Hello, hello. Good, good, good afternoon. Is it afternoon yet? No, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Um, Happy Friday. So today I am here because actually I hope you can hear me and I hope you can join me today. Um, so I want to talk today about the diversity visa 2020 winners, those who won the 2020 diversity visa, meaning the lottery visa, and they were not processed because the there was COVID, there was a travel ban. So I want to go over it. It's like, what is the update right now? We know there's a civil action or a lawsuit that granted some win for some of the 2020 winners. So that's what I want to go over today. Is there a hope? Are they done? Are they processing? Who is part of the class action? Sorry about this. Who is part of the class action? I have it like here. I'm trying to set up to get light in this office. Hey, and I hope you guys have had a good Friday. I'm so sorry, guys. Technology is not something I'm trying to get used to now today. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna discuss about that, and we will discuss like what are the updates because a lot of people have been asking me, okay, so am I part of the class action? What is the action? Are they really gonna issue visa lawsuits? So let's dive in. So hope you will watch. For those who are not gonna watch today, I will save this live video. And today I'm gonna be using my sheet sheets because I didn't have time to make a PowerPoint presentation. This is one of the busiest times in my practice, but I thought since this was a very once I think I did a live on Instagram, or I've had questions about this, so let me talk about it. I think before we get to what happened, what's going to happen to the diversity visa 2020 winners, it's very important that we go back to, okay, why are we talking about the diversity visa 2020? We are in 2022, and now, like, why are we going back to 2020? So what had happened was, back when we had Trump as a president, he issued travel bans. He issued, which included, basically banning the travel of immigrants from certain countries. And also, in addition to that, because of COVID, the embassies and consulates had to close. So when you win a diversity visa, or a lottery immigrant visa, it is issued for a fiscal year. That's why you see we have diversity visa 2020, the diversity visa 2021, diversity visa 2022, 2023. So that means like those visas who were for the diversity visa 2020 were supposed to be issued, and people were supposed to have their visas issued as of September 30th, 2020. But COVID came and all the embassies closed, and there was also travel ban, like a presidential declaration, which halted the issuance of visas, or for those who had visas who did not were not able to travel unless they had from certain countries, unless they have what they call the national interest exception. Okay, so what happened then? So what happened was the American Immigration Lawyers Association, which I'm part of, and some of the non-profit organization, Justice Action Center, and Innovation Law Lab, they filed a lawsuit. It's called Gomez versus Trump in the summer of 2020 on behalf of the family-based immigrant petitioners, diversity visa 2020 lottery, and some other non-immigrants. There were so many other bans that did not concern the diversity visa, selectees. Okay, so then what happened was on September 4th, 2022, a federal court in Washington, D.C. Stopped or issued an order stopping the Trump administration from denying immigrant visa to 2020 diversity visa winners. So in that time, so at that time in September 2020, 7,000 had already 7,000 people had already visas issued, but they were not able to travel. So after that, those people were allowed to come to the U.S. because their travel ban was halted or was stopped. Okay, on September 30th, on September 30th, 2020, then the same judge, amended its ruling of September 4th, which said to reserve 9,095 diversity visas to the winners, which will be issued at the closing or at the final decision of the lawsuit. So basically, when you file a lawsuit against the government, there are processes. Or when you file a lawsuit against any party, there are processes that have to be followed. So one of them, there's an injunction or like emergency ruling you request, because you don't want to wait for the very last hearing, especially as you may know, you may not be scheduled for the final hearing until years later. And if there are matters that you cannot wait to be ruled on, that's the injunction relief. You seek injunction relief. So this was an injunction relief, like, okay, stop the government from stop the government's declaration which banned the immigrant visas. And then in addition to that, the judge said, okay, the Department of State has to issue or has to reserve 9,095 visas for the diversity lottery visas of the fiscal year of 2020. Okay. All right. So let me fast forward to. Okay. So on February 2024. Okay, on February 19, 2021, the same judge, Gomez, the same plaintiffs, they sued to ask for an emergency relief so that people who received visas under the court's order of 2000, or whose visas were allowed to continue to be processed under the ruling of September 4, 2020, to allow them to hold on. Okay. Okay. So yes, for their visa to be extended. Basically, what was okay. When the Trump ordered or the declaration happened, some people had already visas. There were 7,000 people who had visas issued. But when you are issued a visa, an immigrant visa, the visa is valid for 6 months. So if you were issued a visa they say in February of 2020, and then the ban came and you were not in the US yet, then you had to you couldn't enter the US, but your visa had expired. So then the court or the same plaintiffs went back to ask for an emergency relief so that those people who had visas, those visas could be automatically extended. Okay, and that happened. So we're not gonna spend time about that, because that's all, those people obviously they have their visas, they were able to come. They were able to enter the US. Okay, now what happened to the or them getting to the questions is to, okay, so the lawsuit, it's a class action. A class action means there's not you don't have everybody who's concerned is a plaintiff. So that was clear. So and that's part of the, I guess, of one of the rulings was that everyone who is a diversity visa selectee 2020 is a member of this lawsuit. That was cleared in one of the court's rulings. So that's, somebody who was asking, am I part of the class action? Do I have to make any action, or do I have to apply to somewhere to become a member of the class action? No. So everyone who was a diversity visa 2020 selectee, so you were selected um, in the fiscal year of 2020, you are a member of this lawsuit. Basically, that means you may be part of the 9,095 visas available. One other question I want to answer: can the court ask or demand that the diversity visa 2020 process be, I guess, resumed or start over? Most likely, and reading about the rulings of this, and by the way, there's no final ruling. Actually, I was reading somewhere that the government has requested an extension, or to file a document or a continuance. So there's no final ruling yet. However, when you go to, and I will get to that, when you go to the Department of State website, you will read something I'm going to read to you. What is the current state? But there's no final ruling, because they are, as of January 2022, a they had the deadline, like a scheduling deadline to file, I guess, the last document or the last pleadings. But the government has asked for an extension. As you can imagine, now the Department of State is having some um, other urgent matters with all what's going on in the world. So that's the state. So there's no final ruling on this case. This case is ongoing, or this lawsuit is ongoing. So which means we don't know if the judge will authorize more than 9,095 visas, or if the judge will just stick to those 9,095 visas. Okay, so I wanted to read you some of the statistics. Actually, I got here. Let me see if I have it. There were numbers that I had. Um, because in the fiscal year of 2020, there were visas issued already. Okay, here we go. So let me read you this. So how many diversity visa 2020 selectees we actually receive visas? So this is a Q&A from the plaintiffs in this lawsuit. So once the 9,095 diversity visas have been processed, the Department of State estimates that the total number of diversity visas that will have been issued for the fiscal year 2020 will be around 27,000. Let me say that again. So for the diversity visa 2020 selectees, once all the 9,095 visas have been issued, the Department of State will have issued for the fiscal year of 2020 the number of 27,000 visas. Okay, so about as of last year, I guess last year in last actually as of October 2021, 20 actually, 13,000 visas have already been issued. Okay, so however though, the 23,000, that's half of the visas that are supposed to be issued. So that's, the fight was over. Okay, so what about the other 20? Because usually like the fiscal year or the quarter is 55,000. So if they will only issue 27,000, that means there's about uh, 28,000 that will not be issued. Um, so the judge, the plaintiffs in this lawsuit asked the judge to issue a total what about the 43,000? Why can they issue 43,000, right? Since already 7,000 had the visas at that time. But the judge did not require the Department of State to issue more visas for this year. So basically, as it stands right now, I mean, and if anybody has any information, please feel free, because there's so many information coming up. As it stands, there are outstanding 9,095 visas that the court has reserved for the fiscal year 2020. So those who have, if you have a diversity visa selection letter or email saying DV 2020, and you haven't received your visa, you have to know there are only 9,095 visas that if you are a member, if you are lucky, you will be issued. Okay, so something else I wanted to talk to you about. I've already touched that. So if I am a DV 2020 selectee, but I was not named in the lawsuit, am I a member? Yes, you are. So how long before the Department of State is required to issue those visas? I'm about to read you the statement from the Department of State in a few minutes. Bear with me. Okay. So how do you know you are a member? So you are automatically a member of this lawsuit. So there's no action you need to do. Somebody asked me, do I have to file a form? Do I have to do something to become a member? No, you are automatically a member of this lawsuit. So you may be eligible to receive one of those 9,095 visas reserved for the fiscal year of 2020. Okay. Right. So now, and then the other question is, will my constant process? So will I get any notification from the Department of State or from anyone? Most likely not. So now let me read you what the Department of State website has right now as of October 2025, 2021. So they haven't updated that since October 25, 2021, right? So when you go to the Department of State and it says Diversity Visa 2020 and 2021 updates. So I want to make sure I read this. The Department of State is aware of the various court orders regarding the reservation and adjudication of the Diversity Visa 2020 and Diversity Visa 2021, which are summarized below. Okay, so then it goes on to say the Department of State will publish additional information or public guidance as new developments take place. Okay, all right. Because, like I said, the lawsuit is not final. There is no final judgment on this, the Gomez versus Trump lawsuit. It's ongoing. Okay. So I will put links in the comments later after I upload this video. I will put comments on regarding how can you get update on this lawsuit. So there's a way to get updates. You can actually sign up to receive updates on this lawsuit as it unfolds already. So regarding the Diversity Visa 2020 selectees, on August 17, 2021, the U.S. District Court, blah, 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 ordered the Department of State to process Diversity Visa 2020 in random order until all 9,095 diversity visas have been granted. This is very important, right? Okay. So on August 17, 2021, I just want to make this clear. The same district court, federal district court, ordered the Department of State to start issuing these visas in random order. Random meaning so there's no line, there's no okay, who registered first, because like I said, everybody who was a selectee who was selected in the fiscal year 2020 is a member of this lawsuit. So if they have, you know, presumably they have like 28,000 people waiting already because they were selected, right? They select 65 or 55,000. So that means they're gonna randomly select again 9,095, and they have to issue those visas to those people. However, on October 13, 2021, the same judge ordered the Department of State to issue to commence processing, like, to be in the processing of these 9,095 visas, diversity visa 2020 visas, as soon as it's feasible, and they have to conclude. The Department of State has to finish to complete the processing of these 9,095 visas as of the fiscal year, as before the end of this fiscal year, which is September 30th, 2022. However, though, so part of this lawsuit, again, like, this lawsuit has other like emotions and the filings and that are ongoing on. Part of the issue was the plaintiffs in this case was like, okay, is I think I don't remember which date. I think they have only issued, if I'm not mistaken, 4,000, and we are in March. So that means, no, actually no. I think, and I have to double check. The issue was in they haven't issued as many visas as they should have issued, and the plaintiffs in this case were saying, like, on the pace in which this Department of State is issuing these visas, it looks like by the end of September 30th, 2022, only 4,000 visas will have been issued. So, and the plaintiffs were asking the judge to extend the deadline, not like, why do they have to issue these visas by September 30th, 2022? So, um, so basically that this is how it is. So now let's discuss about the diversity visa 2021, because as you can imagine, the Department of State and the whole federal government has they only began resuming the issuance of visas, really, like, if I go by my clients' cases last year, like in June, or yeah, June. So what happens to those diversity visa 2021 selectees who have yet to, because they also, they mandated, like the mandate has passed. Okay, so let's see. There is another lawsuit called Rye versus Biden. This lawsuit was brought in the same U.S. District Court in D.C., which was to protect the visas, the diversity visa 2021 selectees who were not able to get to schedule a visa appointment and to receive the visa before the fiscal year of 2021 ended, which was in last year, I think. Yes, last year. Okay, last year at the end of September. Okay, so the court ordered the Department of State to reserve 966 diversity visa numbers of applicants awaiting adjudication at the 27 embassies and posts previously subject to the proclamations 9984, and so and the defendant's regional no visa policy. Okay, and and the same, and the court ordered the Department of State to issue those visas by the end of the fiscal year of 2022, which is September 30th, 2022. And it says, the thing is, like, the court says, in a way feasible. When they say feasible, that's giving the Department of State the room to do however they want it. Like, they can say, oh no, we have so much going on, that's not feasible for us to issue 900, 9,000. So that's where we are right now. And actually, also the 966 applications or the 966 visas, uh, again, it's a random selection because the members of this class action have extended to anyone who has a diversity visa to 2021 classification. So that's where we are right now. You know, oh, actually, there's more. So on September, which is a big win, I think, on September 30th, 2021, the U.S. District Court of Columbia, there's another lawsuit called Good Luck versus Biden, and then ordered the Department of State to issue to reserve. That's the keyword, reserve 6,914 visas to whom? So let me check to whom. Okay, give me a minute. To those applicants who were I believe. Give me one moment. Don't you like how I do the research as I talk to you guys? That way I know what I'm talking about. Um, okay. Huh. Okay. So that's good news, by the way. So on September 30th, 2021, the court ordered the Department of State to increase from 600 from 966 to 6,914 visas to those for adjudication pending the final judgment. Um, but but there's a key. So let me let me give you the right information, and you can go to the Department of State. It's there. It's U.S. Department, U.S. Visas News under the Department of State. I'm gonna put all these links in the comments as I finish. So basically, the court ordered there are two lawsuits for the diversity visa 2021. There are two lawsuits: the Good Luck, no, the Rai or Ray versus Biden, which ordered the Department of State to reserve and process 966 visas by the end of the fiscal year of 2022. Correct? And there's another lawsuit called Good Luck versus Biden, which ordered the Department of State to reserve 6,914 visas, but the court has not uh, ordered the state to process these visas. They just say reserve these visas for the fiscal year of 2021. Okay, and again, all those the plaintiffs in these lawsuits, it's anybody who has a diversity visa 2020 or diversity visa 2021 selection. Okay, letter or email. And on September 30th, again 2021, the same district court ordered in a case named Gohi versus Biden. Uh, yeah, to make 481 visas available for adjudication and to adjudicate those diversity visas by the close of the year 2020. Okay, so but this one is limited to the plaintiffs. Okay, so the takeaway, because this is all complicated. So what it is so the diversity visa 2020, there are 9,095 visas that are being processed right now randomly and on a pace that the plaintiffs are not happy about. Everyone who has a DV selectee letter is a member. So what I would advise you to do is you can always email the Department of State or the Kentucky Consular. What the hell was the Kentucky the KCC? I always forget what is the full name of that center. Yeah, the Kentucky Consular Center or the embassy, which will issue a visa, and then kind of see what they will answer. I also drop a link to all these. I only have the link for the diversity visa 2020 to receive the update on this case. So for the diversity 2021, there are three lawsuits. So two of which have, you know, extend to to all applicants of or all selectees of the diversity visa 2021, and the last one which only belongs to the plaintiffs. So the 2021 lawsuit of the diversity visa 2021, one of them reserves 966, which the Department of State has to issue by the end of this year. I mean, by the end of the September this year, and the 6,914, which will be reserved to diversity 2021. But the court has not determined the deadline by which the Department of State has to issue these visas. And the last one, which 900, 800 something, but that belongs to the plaintiffs. So those are the news. So there is hope, but there is more hope as, if I have to make my own assessment, there's more hope for the diversity visa 2021, obviously, because they have more visas. I mean, I don't know if they have more visas, but I think they did process more visas, as opposed to the diversity 2020. And but there's also still hope for those who still hoping for the diversity visa 2020. There's not really a way to make sure you are part of the random. Hopefully, as these lawsuits unfold and the final judgments are issued, there will be more hope. But I don't know if there will be more hope for the diversity visa 2020 reading. But for the diversity visa 2021, it seems there are more like updates coming up, more as the court, and there are different lawsuits going on. So that's it. That's how I have to say. So do you need to do anything? Do you need to email the Department of State to make sure you are part of it? No, you can't, because it's a random selection. However, if you can update it, but I think they have a random selection. Random means they have to do another lottery over the lottery. So that's what I can say. And like I said, I will drop some of these links here so you can yourself go ahead and take a look, read what are, especially the Department of State, because they do issue news updates on as these lawsuits unfold, as the judges' orders unfold, and that's what it is. So I hope this helped, or this put some clarity in any of the questions you had. And again, all of this is informational for information purposes. It's not for a case specific analysis or advice. Should you wish to contact us, there are ways to contact us. Um, um, Here, if you 281-809-5599. That's the phone, the phone number. Or you can go at cugasanalaw.com, or keep following us and subscribe, share, like, so that as we learn more, we will do more updates here. Okay, so you have a great weekend, and thank you for those who will watch. And yeah, thank you so much. Bye.